So when my daughter was missing, I made a request of Livingston County to go up and do a health and well-being check on my grandson because, I'm not within close proximity of him and, well, I don't know what information is being shared with him about his mother. So, oddly, they contacted me last night after she had been located. And so I said, could you just go up and let him know that, that his mother has been located and that she appears to be doing okay. And so, I had these concerns because I'm not allowed to see my grandson anymore, even though I was there when he was born and I was part of his life for a good 13, 14 years. Now, in his new surroundings, I'm not allowed to be around him because the female presence in the home likes to make up stories and spread accusations that are untrue about me. And so, therefore, I'm not welcome there because of the riddling that comes from her mouth. And so, to keep my distance, I had been sending birthday cards, just everyday cards, to let my grandson know that I'm out here still thinking about you. And I got a series of text messages from the female presence in the home accusing me of pretending to be my daughter. There's no pretense there. And my daughter is a direct reflection of me. After all, I did give birth to her. So pretending to be my daughter would be rather an ignorant thing to say the least. So the sheriff that I talked to said there's really nothing that they can do about her claiming that she's going to call the cops on me for mailing birthday cards and everyday cards to my grandson and basically harassing me by text messages. And if they're not allowing me to see my grandson, that I can go and file with the family court in Livingston County to have visitation with my grandson, well, I'm not going to do that. And the reason why I'm not going to do that is because the current judge in Livingston County is a false face from a society of false faces. And her name is Jennifer Noto. Now, Jennifer Noto, as me and my daughter did a little research on her, she is an officer and has been a long-standing officer of a place called Chances and Changes. Oddly enough, on Genesee Street in Mount Morris, a short distance from the first known home to me of the Truax family. That's right. Jeff Truax and his family lived a short distance on the same street away from this entity. So Jennifer Noto has been a long-standing officer of this not-for-profit organization. You can look it up under the Secretary of State of New York Business Search Entities, like we did. Now, they were incorporated March 17th, 1989, and they have yet to make any type of statement filing since March 31st, 1991. So her fiduciary responsibilities are quite lacking And what else we discovered is that on a annual, if not more, basis, Livingston County highly funds this not-for-profit organization, which kind of begs the question, have they all along been paying for her legal schooling, perhaps, through this not-for-profit organization, and positioned her in such a way? Now, Jennifer Noto, under this blanketed little chances and changes that is a domestic violence and abuse, I don't know, tax shelter, if you will, as an officer of that corporation, she certainly has shown her strides in family court, proving that she does not know anything about domestic violence and abuse. And as a matter of fact, from what I can see, she instigates it even further. So I'm not going to go to family court to seek any type of visitation with my grandson. I'm going to just walk away from it all. It's what they want. And I guess that being blessed thing, she's so blessed, is because, well, Livingston County has been highly supporting her organization, Chances and Changes, since 1989 with taxpayer dollars. And, well, I guess that's how she became what is she? Let's see. Her bio says that she was a U.S. attorney. She was also a federal prosecutor. She's also a New York State attorney. And now she is a Livingston County Supreme Court judge. Well, if I remember correctly about U.S. attorneys, real U.S. attorneys, although they may not be in existence today, they would only farm out sections of their case to state attorneys to get a overall, basically, they would farm out a topic to state attorneys. So licensed attorneys in the state of New York. And they would use that feedback or discard that feedback for cases that they already had, which was heavy workload. So I can't look her up on a U.S. attorney website because last thing I know, real U.S. attorneys don't have lookups. So you can't really verify them because they're kind of well protected for good reason. And as far as that federal prosecutor stuff, well, last I knew, you can't be carrying yourself on multiple lines all at the same time. So either you're a New York State privately operating type attorney, or if you step up on some other realms of authority, you have to relinquish bits and pieces of your old handling. And the timeline used to be 10 years. So if you want to make a change, a big change like that, the distance between your old position, let's say because she's claiming she's a U.S. attorney, for her to take a position at a local level after serving as a U.S. attorney, the timeline used to be 10 years. So that was where they would say, choose your career wisely. So, no, I'm not going to go to family court because it's who the judge is. She's a false face in a society of other false faces. And she really needs to be arrested for what she's done because no judge should be elected or otherwise handed a position when they have lacking on a fiduciary capacity, even if it's on a part-time or voluntarily basis. So she's been an officer all this time for chances and changes. I would say you should have got your statements up to date first before you started running for a judge, Jennifer Noto.